Everybody, good afternoon and welcome to the Edgar Centre here in Dunedin. It is Otago Nuggets versus the Franklin Bulls, and this is the Cells NBL for 2023. Getting near the end of the regular season now. Playoff spots up for grabs. Both of these two teams should make the playoffs, but order is going to be critical with maybe a top two spot. There is the reward for the winning team today. Yes, hello everybody. Glenn Lama here, Kaysen Buckman alongside with me, and here is the table, Kaysen, and there it is. This is a battle between second and third. This is a huge game. This is a massive game because the winner of this game will bump up to the number 2 spot and then find their way into the semi-final if they can finish out the season with some strong wins. That's right. The top 2 automatically qualify for the semi-finals. The next 4 teams will have the opportunity to join the top 2 teams in the semi-finals for the first round of the playoffs. So lots to play for all the teams, mathematically still in with a chance of making the playoffs. Yeah, that is the wild part about the Cells NBL. Never know who's going to make it in. It's up to the last game. Yeah, exactly. And not only is this game massive, but the next game too, which is coming at 6 o'clock this afternoon between the Tuatara and the Rams, first versus fourth there. So looking forward to that game coming up shortly. And then the next match is Southland against Canterbury. That's in Invercargill on Thursday night. And then we round out the week with Nelson hosting the Nuggets. So a good little crowd building up here in Dunedin for this game, and here are the Bulls starting 5 today. McGill, Harrison, Davidson, Brantley, Fortu, and Kaysen. Tyrell Harrison, number 24, key man, back from his broken wrist. Absolutely. This is a massive, massive win for the Bulls at this stage in the season. Bringing back one of their top players. When he was in, he's only played 90 minutes this season, yet he's had averaging 16 points in 22 minutes of play, super efficient shooting from the field, and averaging 10 rebounds a game. Yeah, so Harrison takes the spot of Wilson Frame, who drops back to the bench, and the coach is Daniel Sokolovsky.
Hey Daniel, welcome to the Chilli South. Second game of the Southern Swing for you guys. How's the team, and is everyone fit and available after Friday's game?
Yes, thankfully we were able to make it out of Invercargill whole. Obviously a challenge to recover within 36, 40 hours, but we have a great performance staff, and yeah, we're ready to go.
And the top 2 spot is up for grabs. What do you guys have to do well today in order to grab the win?
We have to be the best version of ourselves. That's a level of intensity defensively and a level of unselfishness offensively that allows us to thrive against any opponent.
Cool. All the best for tonight.
Thank you.
Daniel Sokolovsky, who's done a great job with the Bulls this season so far. Now here's the starting 5 for the Nuggets: McCulloch, Withers, Timmins, Harris, and Webster. Case, don't think there's any great surprise in that starting 5. No, not at all. And having Timmins back is a great matchup against this Bulls team. Excited to see him go against Harrison. It'll be a great game, a great battle underneath. Yes, indeed. Good to have Sam Timmins back. There he is right there warming up. The coach of the Nuggets, Brent Matahaere.
Mana watea, matariki, kia ora koutou.
Kia ora Brent. Hey, the Bulls are in great form. How do you guys take them down today?
Oh, look, they're a great defensive team, and they really pride themselves on getting stops and being really aggressive defensively. We've got to take advantage of their switches and get to the paint early. You know, we've settled down the perimeter ourselves recently, and we've got to make sure we put rim pressure.
And of course, got a new fella to the team, Ty Webster, no stranger to New Zealand Hoopers. He's played a few games now. Tell us how he has fitted in and his role going forward.
Oh, look, he's great. Yeah, he's the vet on our team. So we're a group of youngsters, and Ty comes in being the vet. So oldest, he's the ko-matua, and he's getting it done. But he brings a whole lot of youthful exuberance with him. So yeah, it's fantastic to have him on board, and I'd like to see him go tonight.
Cool. All the best for today.
Kia ora.
Heidi there, the coach of the Otago Nuggets. And here are the key matchups. Timmins versus Harrison. That's going to be an interesting clash, isn't it, along with Webster and McGill? Absolutely. Those two, I mean, all 4 of them can play. And it's just going to be a battle up top and underneath. And then you've got the massive shooters in Jared Wilson Frame. And Michael Harris has been absolutely lighting it up from the perimeter. And then you've got Todd Withers on defense versus Dan Fotu, who's also been stepping up massively for the Bulls team. Indeed, and Withers, of course, is in the top 5, both for steals and blocks this season. So I'm sure we're going to get another good performance out of Todd Withers today. Here are the referees: Marty Davidson, Duran Few, and Regan Ashley. Now, these two teams have met once earlier on in the season. That was back early May, and it was a big win to the Nuggets up in Pukekohe by 91-72. Top scorer that day was Michael Harris with 24 points. And but with players coming in, new players like Webster McCulloch coming into the Nuggets, for instance, and even the Bulls picking up that the player that was released by the Rams. It's a different looking lineup now for both teams, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And early on in the season, the Bulls hadn't quite found their footing, but they have been rolling ever since. They've got all those trades and everything happening, and now they look like they're in their best form yet of the season, and that's the time you want to be in your best form.
Yeah, Wilson Frame was that player that was with the Rams, and his numbers are much better in the Bulls. It's really interesting, isn't it, Case? And I'm sure you experienced this during your playing days, how much of an environment can really impact on a player's performance.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, look, you find where you fit in, and you give your strengths to your teammates, and that might be needed, and it might not be needed. And obviously, with Wilson Frame going to the Bulls, he was a much-needed piece to their puzzle.
So the team's not far away from getting this game underway. So last instructions for Brent Matahaere. And there is Tyrell Harrison. He's got a bit of protection around that right wrist, which he broke earlier on in the year, but he's happy. He's smiling, always a good sign when you see players happy and looking comfortable.
Well, you've got to be excited. You've been sitting on the bench watching your team playing extremely well, and you just want to be out there with them, contributing as much as you can. But, hey, the bench players are just as important as the players on the floor. So he's been there. He's been supporting his teammates all along, all while rehabbing that wrist, and I really hope to see him have a great game tonight.
Nuggets are without two players. It should be mentioned, Ja'Cory McLaughlin is still not there. And also, we're out of illness today. Darcy Knox pulled out late as well, so he's not playing today either. So hopefully we'll get to see those two guys back very soon.
Yeah, Ja'Cory McLaughlin was such a versatile point guard. And, I mean, having Ty Webster to step into his position is just as great as having him. So, I mean, the Nuggets didn't really miss out much, but his absence did affect them for a few games, and then they found their footing again, and now they're on a roll. So I'm interested to see how this game plays out tonight.
Well, the match ball being delivered. A cool moment for that young fan.
She looks a little bit small compared to those two.
I don't know if she's ever going to grow as tall as Harrison and Timmins, but you never know. So let's get this game underway. The Bulls in the white. It's going to be the Nuggets in the gold strip today. Second versus third in the NBL, and it's going to be the Bulls with the first possession. And Ricky McGill will want to get his team off to a hot start here. Davidson working off the screen from 4-2. Oh, and it's been stolen already by the Nuggets, and down court they come.
By the defensive superstar of Todd Withers. He is always active on defense.
Great way to get an early steal under his belt. Here he is, Withers. Now Webster. Shot clock down to 6. So a little bit of early pressure here on Harris, such a wonderful shooter. And what a start for him, a three-pointer.
Unbelievable pass there by Ty Webster. Time was ticking down, and who other than Michael Harris in the corner. Kind of was off balance a bit, but he's got such a great shot that he could be going off of 1 foot, 2 feet. That ball is going in the hoop. And again, Todd Withers with another deflection off the pass.
Yeah, Harris is one of the heavy scorers in the league, of course, but he's only shooting it just under 30% beyond the arc, so he can really improve if he wants to. And there is the rebound to Withers, and here come the Nuggets again. After missed shot there from the Bulls. And here's Harris. Webster. Like he was keen to throw up a three-pointer. He's foul driving to the hoop there. He'll go to the TAB line to shoot a couple.
A great move there by Ty Webster. He was patient. He caught that ball in the corner. Lots of pressure from Ricky McGill, but he kept his cool, drove in, and drew the foul. Great job by Webster.
Well, Webster's coming nicely here, just averaging under 24 a game in the 2 games he's played.
Just a small 24 points.
He's been very solid, hasn't he? Webster, 72%. He's been at the free throw line. Join the TAB, deposit $10 and get a free $50 bonus bet. T's and C's applied. Bet responsibly, of course. So he gets one from 2, Ty Webster. Now McGill comes down court for the Bulls. It's Davidson. Looking for space, looking to try to get it to Dan Fortu. Couldn't do so. There's a push off the ball there, off the ball foul, looking by Sam Timmins, I reckon, there. Casey?
It was a massive push. I saw his arms were fully extended. You'll see the G.J. Gardner-Holmes replay here. And he was just trying to create a little bit of space for his defender to get through, but you can't extend those arms right in front of the referee's eyes. They're going to call that every single time.
It was like a dominoes, wasn't it? It was Timmins onto Harrison, onto the player that went down, who I think was McGill in the end.
It was. It was a little too aggressive, but I don't mind it. I don't mind a little bit of defensive pressure.
Davidson. And it's 4-2, and he's nailed it. Good start from him. It's a 1-point lead for the Nuggets, late to play in the first quarter.
Beautiful shot there by Fortu. He has been stepping up massively these last few games, really finding his footing and doing a great job putting the ball in the hoop.
McCulloch feeding Harris. Oh, he's got the hot hand already. That's back-to-back threes for Harris.
It's just a picture-perfect jumper from Harris. It looks so nice, and it always looks like it's going in. Beautiful shot.
Here's 6 points. Now 4-2 handles again. No call by the referees. And Withers tidies up.
Quite a lot of contact there. I'm actually surprised they didn't call a foul. Great job by Fortu taking it in there, but didn't get the foul that he wanted, but it was a great drive. I guess you can say great defense because they didn't get the foul called on them.
Well, it's such a fine line, isn't it?
It is.
Withers. Harris again. Oh, he misses his first one. And tough rebound there taken by Bradley. And now Davidson again. Looking for space for Harrison. He's off his foot and it's going to be Nuggets ball.
Unlucky there. That was a really good offensive set. Harrison set that on-ball screen, and a great job by Davidson finding him in there. Just unlucky. Again, Harrison has been out most of the season. He's only played 90 minutes, so it may take him a bit to find his footing again, but don't count on it taking too long because he is quite the player.
Here comes McCulloch, another foul off the ball. Picked up by the referees. Just trying to see who that went on.
I think it might have been on Fortu.
Yep, 42 it was. You're spot on. Good eyes there, Kaysen. So Fortu picks up his first foul. Webster. Timmins can't complete the job, and yes, it's going to be Bulls ball. Wasn't touched by a Bulls player.
No. Hey, that was a good find though by Ty Webster. When you've got Sam Timmins' body and his length inside, all you have to do is get that soft little pass over the top, and he's going to get it. It's a great player to have back for this Nuggets team.
Key man, of course, he's Otago through and through too, isn't he? Son of Brendan Timmins, who was a very good rugby player for Otago back in the day.
Explains why he can take those hits underneath. He is one tough post.
Davidson, sweet shot there from Isaac Davidson. And the Bulls right there again, just 1 point behind the Nuggets now. That's a lovely play down the other end by McCulloch.
Beautiful little Euro step there by McCulloch. Great finish with the pressure. And Withers with the steal.
Oh, and the picked up beautiful. Oh, that's lovely play. Harris. No wonder the crowd are clapping. That was fantastic from the Nuggets.
That's some highlight reel basketball there. Withers with the amazing steal sets it up. And then McCulloch with the behind the pass to Harris for the finish.
5-point game here. Timeouts called by Coach Dan Sokolowski for the Bulls. He wants to halt the momentum that has been created by the Nuggets here towards halfway through the first quarter. Got to remind you too, folks, that together with NZ Safety Blackwoods, the Otago Nuggets are today raising money at this game for KidsCan, which will include the uniforms being worn by the Nuggets tonight being auctioned off. KidsCan partners with 1,100 schools nationwide, early childhood centres as well, providing food, clothes and health items so children can keep attending school and fully engage in class on a daily basis. Kids can. They help 55,000 children every day. You can help too by donating at that website right there, kidscan.org.nz. Well, the Nuggets up by 5K, so I think should be the key message for the team right now.
They need to just keep up the defensive pressure, and they're doing a great job getting their hands in there. Whenever the ball's entering the paint, they're really active hands. And then on offense, just keep pressuring them in the fast break, and also work the ball inside to the bigs. Now you see Jack Andrews in, try to get that ball going in and out on offense, create those opportunities for the bigs and then for the shooters from behind the arc.
Yeah, Calvin Porto is on as well for the Bulls. So a 5-point lead for the Nuggets. Mike Harris is the leading scorer with 8 so far in the game early in this run. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here on Sky Sport. Don't forget that doubleheader coming up at 6 o'clock. Tuatara playing the Rams. Hope you can stay with us. Calvin Porto, we're going to post up on Andrew. Pulls out of it. There's McGill. Again, he's double teamed. Good pass over to 4-2 in the end. Shot clock down to 2 seconds. The foul right in the end of the play, and 4-2 as cool as a cucumber. 3-point play coming up.
Look at this here. You see him in the corner. He knows the time is winding down. He's using his patience, driving in. Might have gotten away with a little bit of an elbow there, but a great finish. Big man finish from Fotu.
5 points for Dan 4-2.
He's just been unbelievably solid the past few games for the Bulls. Really finding his rhythm, and his ability to finish is just increasing throughout the season.
So going at 18 points per game, and his free throw percentage is good too, just over 70%. So he has 6 points for the Bulls. He cut that deficit back to 2 points. Nico McCulloch with the ball. Oh, the pass was ambitious. Oh, the Nuggets get away with it as it's ruled to come off McGill.
Yeah, I think that was a great call there by the ref. There was a lot of hands, but definitely more Bulls hands in there. But again, a great look over the top for the big.
Harris with the fadeaway jumper. Can't nail it, and McGill's got the uncontested rebound. 4-2. And now Davidson. 4-2, he's playing well early in this match, wants to post up on his opponent. Davidson's got a 3-pointer from that part of the floor. Shot clock down to 3 seconds again. McGill, wide open for the 3-pointer. Oh, it's been picked up by Davidson. Kelman Porto. So they get a second chance here. Lovely pass, McGill lays it in for 2.
Beautiful offense by the Bulls, and way to stick with that to get the offensive rebound. You see them, they're extremely active on the glass and setting the plays up well. With the likes of Dom Kelman-Poto, he's really great on the ball, off the ball. He's always trying to find his teammates and get them open with the screens. It's just great offensive set by the Bulls.
Now Webster draws a foul at the other end of the court. Fortu just giving him a little body check there. Not much contact in that one, but enough to lure the whistle out of the referees. So that'll take Ty Webster to the line again. So that 5-point deficit cut pretty quickly by the Bulls, who are on a 5-0 run at the moment.
But this is where the Nuggets are pretty strong. They are second in the league in their ability to get to the TAB stripe. And they do a great job drawing the foul, finding their way, and just edging their opponents on the free throw line.
Well, Webster has 3 points, all of them free throws so far. And the Nuggets go back in front by 2, just under 5 to play in quarter number 1. Ricky McGill. Looking off that screen from Wilson Frame, and there is Calvin Porto. Couldn't seal the deal. Good deed by Jack Andrew. Harris. The Bulls defending him high. Goes through there. Looked like he copped a little bit of contact, and he cleared at the referee, didn't he, Harris?
Harris is sneaky. He's sneaky quick. When he gets off the dribble, you wouldn't expect it, but he can really explode. Great drive.
He's already on 10 points. Come and put a lot of traffic there, and he can't bust his way through. Andrew picks up the rebound, and here comes Harris again.
Same exact play.
Wow.
He is unstoppable when he drives in with his right hand. And he's so subtle about it. It's a tough matchup for this Bulls team. He can shoot it from deep and he can drive it.
Nuggets on a 6-0 run now. And Harris is having a field day. He's got 12 of the 17 points. Kelman Porto. Miguel, back to Kelman Porto. Delayed his shot nicely. That was well done.
Really beautiful job. And again, props to Kelman Porto up there, helping McGill get open and then getting rewarded for it. Great recognition by McGill to reward him for that hard work, getting him open.
Webster almost lost it cold there. Withers goes for the three-pointer. And Kelman Porto will pick up the loose ball rebound. This is a good contest.
It is.
It is Davidson. Well, I hope we get a thriller all afternoon. That's a lovely pass there from Wilson Frame. And Brantley couldn't seal it. Almost had too much time there. This is a good move by the Bulls here. Lovely left-handed play from Matt Bardsley, and there's his first 2 points.
The slippery eel. He did such a great job getting that, setting up that shot, and the finish with the left hand. Beautifully done.
He switched it over. Great pass from McGill, and there's a foul. Bodies go flying there. Wilson Frame. In fact, it was Brantley who went down. That's a lovely pass from Ricky McGill. Good vision from him.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that he's so great at. He's finding his teammates inside, and that's where the Bulls thrive. They thrive underneath. I mean, with the likes of Kelman Porto, Ricky McGill, and they know how to get to the hoop. They know how to drive. But then you've got the likes of Isaac Davidson, who can blap it from the three-point line. So, super strong Bulls team, utilizing their strengths.
So Brantley at the TAB line now. Here's his first points. He's shooting well at the TAB line all year, 78%. And these are valuable points. So the Bulls look to keep the score tight here in this first quarter. They want to. Nuggets have threatened on 3 or 4 occasions now to get away from the Bulls, but the Bulls have hung tough.
Yeah, they're doing a great job, and that's due to their defense. Their defense has been superb this entire season.
Bardsley. Going to work off Jack Andrew, back to Nico McCulloch. Timmins back out there now, handles it now. Tries to pass. And I think it's come off a Bulls player there, Matt Freeman, who's out there now. Yeah, so it's going to be Nuggets ball. Bardsley. There's that left-handed shot again. Softly strokes it.
Beautiful patience. He got in there. Isaac Davidson was playing great defense, but he got him to elevate just enough with that pump fake, and then he was able to finish.
It's back to a 6-point game. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Kelman Porto wide open under the hoop there, and there's 2 more. Broke down the Otago defense nicely there, the Franklin side. Here's McCulloch again, gets the screen from Andrew, and the little teardrop doesn't drop this time, and away comes Davidson with the rebound. Oh, and that is a charging foul.
Michael Harris letting him know. Big time shoulder check, and great job by Harris to take that contact.
Jaden Bazant it was.
I love the strong take though. Give him a little bit of a shoulder. You'll get away with it most of the time, but Harris just took a little bit more of a tumble than what he could have gotten away with.
That was a little bit obvious, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, at least he didn't flop though.
Exactly. Here's Webster back out there. So plenty of subs coming on from both teams now as both coaches look for that, search for that winning combination. That'll get them on a big streaky run. Now there goes McCulloch with a three-pointer. It's short. And it's picked up by Bazant. Franklin had a chance to close it to 2 points, maybe 1. Setting it down for a set play. Kelman Porto looking to set a screen for Bazant, who drives now and lays it in beautifully.
Beautiful, and you've seen this from the Bulls a lot this season. When you've got Dom Kelman up top, he loves to set that double screen. So he'll screen on one side and then flip around and give it a screen on the opposite side. And usually he gets hit with the pick and roll, but that time Bazant able to use that screen well and get the finish.
Oh, McCulloch's lost it. Withers there to tidy up. Shot clock down to 4 seconds. And he's fouled. Todd Withers.
From this angle, that looked like it was going in, and that would have been the luckiest shot of the day so far.
Well, Todd Withers, he's enjoying his stay in Dunedin again. Of course, he was with the team last year.
Definite candidate for defensive MVP this year. He has his hands on most passes. He's always there. He's just a little pest on the defensive side of things. And then on offense, he's extremely efficient. He doesn't shoot a lot of shots, but when he does, they're smart, they're well thought out, and they usually go in.
Yeah, already a couple of steals on the box score already for Withers. He gets 1 from 2 on the line. So it's a 3-point game, 45 seconds to play. Bit of full court pressure coming here too from the Nuggets. Robbie Coleman is out there now to end this first quarter. Zach coming down court for the Bulls. Quick shot this time. Looked good from the hands from Wilson Frame. Picked up by Coleman now and Webster. So the Bulls will get one more possession as we close in on the end of the first quarter here. Webster, quick shot from him. Davidson now. Oh, and he's fouled. That's almost an intentional foul there.
Probably not the foul that you want. I don't know if that was a strategic foul or if it was just kind of a lazy defense foul. You'll see here as Davidson drives up the court. Oh, it looked a little bit naughty.
Barsley it was, wasn't it?
It was.
Well, we saw Dan Sokolovsky indicate where's the intentional foul call instantly. The collision was taking place there, but didn't get it. But anyway, what this does mean is that the Bulls are going to set it up for the last shot of the quarter here, Casey.
Absolutely. I wonder who they're going to go to.
Well, Harrison's back out there now, so Matt Freeman. Bazan gives it to Davidson. Oh, lovely shot from Isaac Davidson.
Again, that guy is hot from the three-point line.
Perfect way to end the first quarter for the Franklin Bulls. Harrison has 6 points, both of them threes, and it tightens this game right up. It's 22 apiece after quarter number 1. Quarter time here in Dunedin. Hope you're enjoying the game. It's locked up at 22 apiece between the Nuggets and the Bulls. But you're into the large cheese pizza tonight for 25 bucks, Casey. There's just order online. Of course, use that code DUNK. You can have it tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night as well.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Looks like dinner for tonight.
Absolutely. Now 22 each, and that's Mike Harris, who's top scoring at the moment with 12 points. What a wonderful quarter from him. He's shooting at 71%. And he's got 2 3-pointers as well. Leading the scoring for the Bulls at the moment is Isaac Davidson, who nailed that 3-pointer pretty much on the buzzer. He has 6 points, both of them 3-pointers.
Absolutely, he's such a great 3-point shooter. That's something the Nuggets need to look out for, because once he gets going, he can really make it rain from the 3-point line. So, again, something they need to focus on in this second quarter.
Which is underway now. Bulls haven't been in the lead yet, and the biggest lead for the Nuggets has been 6 in that first quarter as Webster tries to work off Timmins again. And deep 2 is a beautiful shot from Ty Webster. That's his first field goal of the game.
Hey, great screen there by Sam Timmins. He's such a big body, and if you don't use his screen, you are missing out. But Ty Webster, fortunately, was able to use it and get a beautiful jump shot.
Webster has 5 now in the game. Now McGill working off the screen at the other end of the court. Oh, the putback jam is good from Harrison.
The Bulls will be missing that presence for the whole season, but great job by Harrison to stick with that, and just such an easy putback for him.
Harrison's first 2 points of the game, and now Webster for the Nuggets again. Oh, that's a poor shot by his standards.
I think he felt like he may have been fouled on that one, because I don't think he would normally miss it that poorly.
Oh, he was well short, and he was a bit bemused with the lack of the call there. But there was no call coming. So a chance now for the Bulls to take the lead for the first time in the game. That's not coming. Webster uncontested with the rebound. Looking to get some transition play going. Harris! Not going to fall for him this time.
That's another great shot of his, is he has that ability to catch that ball in transition without a dribble and just pop it straight up, because he elevates so high above the defender. And he's got such a nice shot that, yeah, he usually can knock that one down.
Looks like he was fouled taking that shot too, Kaysen.
Did they call a foul on that?
They have, and it's a 3-point. He's at taking 3 shots here.
Oh, he'll be glad for that.
Only if he nails these last 2.
Needs to take full advantage of that 3-point foul, as he does on the second.
Harris, of course, playing with the Wildcats in Perth, and they're 2 from 3, and it means the Nuggets are back in front by 2. Bazant's still out there, running the show for the Bulls. Not much movement off the ball in this play as the shot clock gets down to 7. Now Bazant just drives in and scores some 2 points. That was almost too easy.
I was just about to say, that was probably the easiest drive of the game so far, yet he had 3 defenders on him. I think they all thought each other was going to try to stop him.
Coleman goes for a 3. His radar's slightly off, and it's picked up by the Bulls, and they're looking to up the pace here. Bazant again, wide open for a 3. And Timmins with the rebound, but it's been ruled to come off a Bulls player, so it's going to be Nuggets ball.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Bazant, that might not be his most comfortable shot, but you've got to look at it. You're wide open. Don't hesitate on that first look. Take it, you know? No one's on you. Might as well let it fly.
So Webster again. Timmins still out there. Now Withers looks to inject his pace and athleticism. Tough shot to make that one. And there's the rebound gobbled up by Tyrell Harrison. McGill, that's a Freeman. And now Isaac Davidson working off Freeman. And McGill's going for the 3-pointer. See, the Bulls want to try and get it inside, but they're with no avenues open at all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where they thrive. They thrive inside. Oh, and Harris is short again. But the Bulls are shooting 31% this year. And earlier in the season, it wasn't that high, I can tell you that much.
Here's Harrison in traffic. Almost tipped in by McGill, but in the end, McCulloch. So both teams got a little cold on the scoring front in this second quarter. Remember, it was 22 all at the end of the first quarter. So there's 2 baskets each so far. Harris can't seal the deal.
And McCulloch just a little bit cold at the moment. Missed that one. He's missed a couple of jump shots, but he'll look to get going here.
He's on 2 points, McCulloch. 1 from 4 from the field now. Now Harrison looking to post up here on Sam Timmins. Oh, flops it in. Wasn't pretty off the hand, but you know, it doesn't matter how it goes in, it's if it goes in.
Exactly. Doesn't matter what it looks like. And you love the body-to-body contact between the two bigs. And it gives the Bulls their first lead of the game.
Well, it hasn't lasted long with Sam Timmins pretty much doing what Harrison did at the other end of the court a moment ago.
You love that, though. You want the answer back. You get scored on, you're frustrated. All right, give me the ball. I'm going to go score on him. Great job by Timmins.
Yes, 2 points, his first field goal of the game. Isaac Harrison. Do a number on Webster. And Harrison was wide open there and helps himself to 2 more.
He's such a big presence for the Bulls. A presence that has probably been missed exponentially, but look at him now. He's got his feet back, doing a great job underneath.
He's a key figure as the Bulls continue to try and push for that top 2 spot. It's a basket there to Ty Webster, and it's 7 points for him on this game, 30 apiece now. Halfway through the second quarter. Looks like we're in the real grind of the game at the moment.
Absolutely. That's only the second quarter.
Whoops, Wilson Frame gets a little tangled up. McGill tidies up. And, oh, that's one of the best baskets of the game right there. Impossibly executed by McGill. And he's fouled as well.
Was floating in the air for about 2 seconds before it went in. Great screen there by Harrison. And beautiful finish by McGill. And that's where their offense is the best, is when they get those high on-ball screens and then they just let the guards go to work.
Timeout on the floor has been called. And McGill will come back for a 3-point play in a moment. He has 4 points on the game. Otago's biggest lead has been 6 in this contest, but Franklin have come back. Remember, this is 2nd versus 3rd in the NBL. Coming up later. And straight after this game, we'll have the Canterbury game against the Auckland Tuatara. A perfect Sunday afternoon evening of basketball coming up for you. 1st versus 4th, 2nd versus 3rd.
Absolutely. And, you know, the Rams, they were sitting in that 2nd spot, 2nd or 1st spot for a lot of the season, and then they had a couple of stumbles recently. They're still hanging around in that 4th spot.
Looking forward to finals weekend coming up in second weekend of August. It's going to be an awesome finish to the season. And, tickets on sale now. Tamaki Makaurau Trust Arena. In fact, coming up the 20th to the 23rd of July. It's not far away, is it?
Not at all. And it is going to be a memorable Final 6. I don't know who's going to pull it out. I mean, obviously the Tuatara look to be the team to beat. However, everyone loves an underdog.
Well, you only have to really go on fire in one game and everything can change. Now Ricky McGill at the line, trying to give the Bulls a 3-point lead. Which he does. So he has 5 points in the game. I like this too, a bit of full court pressure from the Bulls, just to remind the Nuggets they're there.
Absolutely. I love when teams do that. I hate when they fall back into a half-court defense, but the Bulls will definitely not be backing down from that full-court competition.
Carlick, here's Harris deep beyond the 3, and he knows it.
He can shoot it from anywhere. Just put him on the logo. See if he can make it from there. You've got to have a hand in his face. You've got to push him out a little bit further, because if he catches it, he has that springy ability to elevate and blap it in your face.
Yes, 17 points. That's Dan Fortu. He's already had success beyond the 3-point line in this game, but he's missed that one. And McCulloch comes forward again. Trying to work off Andrew. Now Bardsley goes baseline. That's beautifully done. He's got that left-handed layup. Smooth tonight.
Absolutely, great job. And he felt the pressure from McGill, trying to sweep that ball up from behind, but oh, great answer back from McGill. He got blown by on defense, and then he did the blowing by on offense. Couldn't get the ball to go in, but he finds his way at the TAB.
McGill, that last 3-point play was very successful for him, and it was good play by him again as he drove.
The Bulls, you can see, look at all the Nuggets. They've got their hands on their legs. it's just a testament to how difficult this Bulls offense is. They will grind you down. You've got to fight your way through on-ball screens, down screens, and you have to defend the drive. It's not easy. You get no rest. And it's a great job by the Bulls to utilize that, because that is their strength.
And McGill just coming into things nicely here. He has 6 points. He's enjoying himself, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
A player enjoying his first season in New Zealand. And he rolls that one in too. So he has 7 points.
Looks like he's limping a little bit coming off the floor. Might have taken a little bit more of a beating on that last play than we recognized. Hopefully not too bad. Want to see him back in this game.
Well, definitely the Bulls do, don't they? Wilson frame back out there now. Brantley too. Timmins for the Nuggets. Webster. It's a little clunky, that one, as we see the shot clock come down to 6 seconds. Webster. And that was good defense by the Bulls that time.
Yeah, great defense. Just not a lot of movement on offense there. Would have liked to see the ball move around a little bit more, as he had Withers in the corner. But again, Webster super confident in his shot, and they probably want him to shoot that one.
Brantley's going to post up here on McCulloch, and he's a foul. I think Ty Webster, a little reach in there. Go on McCulloch.
Yeah, I think it's on McCulloch.
McCulloch, yep.
With the hip check. You'll see here, great move, great recognition there by Brantley. He got double fouled, but McCulloch called for the foul in the end.
Yeah, just his first personal foul. So yeah, 22 all after the first quarter, 13 all so far in the second. It's tight here in Dunedin this afternoon. There's Jamal Brantley. Picks up his 3rd point of the game. All of them free throws so far. Now he has 4 points. As the Bulls just an edge ahead again. Timmins looking for Harris. 4-2 all over him, not letting him have the shot that time. Here's Timmins. And that's McCulloch. It's a 2-pointer. And Webster's got the offensive rebound. Well done to Ty Webster. McCulloch's missed the layup. And the Bulls come up with the ball.
Oh, man, he really thought that was going to go in there. Great offense. Oh, and he got the steal. Michael Harris, coast to coast. Great finish. And again, they made up for it on the defensive end, the Otago Nuggets. Both teams showing their strength defensively tonight.
Oh, the Bulls be ratty to turn the ball over at midcourt like that. Harris with that layup has 19 points. And there's a foul at the other end of the court. Dan Fortu and Ty Webster. Those two would have played against each other and with each other, actually, too, a lot over the years.
It was quite a heads-up play there by Fortu. He recognized that ball was floating in the air. He had time to check to see where the defense was, and he knew when he jumped up to catch it, he couldn't bring it back down because he was surrounded by the defenders, and therefore he just shot the alley-oop. Great heads-up play.
Takes Dan Fortu to the line. And he has 7 points now. Of course, a lot of interest in who's going to make this Tall Blacks team for the World Cup coming up as well. A lot of contenders looking to impress Pero Cameron and the selectors over these last few weeks.
That is quite a pool to choose from. How do you narrow it down? It's too much talent.
Yeah, it's an exciting problem to have for Coach Cameron. Who himself, of course, is a great player, as we see Brantley give up the foul there on McCulloch.
You just see here the Bulls, they are bodying the Nuggets up. They're not even able to stand in their position because the Bulls are just leaning on them, forcing them to move to get open. It's just really great defense.
Plenty of fouls to give up too. That's only the first team foul of the quarter. Oh, McCulloch almost loses it. As Brantley gets back to put pressure on Nico McCulloch. Timmins with the offensive rebound, and Fortu plucks it out of the air like he was picking an apple from a tree, and then he's lost it. And Bardsley couldn't seal it. So a bit messy from both teams there.
It is a bit messy, but when you catch that ball, you can always assume someone is going to be there to try to steal it away from you because of the pressure of both of these teams.
And there's a foul at the other end of the court. Timmins Let's see if it goes on him. I don't know if it went on him in the end.
I think it went on McCulloch again.
Yep. It's going to take the Bulls to the line for the last 2 minutes of the second quarter.
And is that 2 fouls on McCulloch now?
2 fouls, yes.
So a couple of players in the 2 foul territory. Try to be careful. You don't want to pick up a cheap third in the last 2 minutes of the game. But this guy on the line, he's also been playing with 2 fouls for most of the quarter.
That's right. Webster's on 2 as well for the Nuggets. So 4-2. TAB line again. Sweetly shot there. He goes to 10 points, so he hits double figures. 5 of them are free throws, and the Bulls now 4 clear. Biggest lead they've had in the game. But plenty of questions here for the Nuggets. And if the Bulls go on and win this game, they'll go 2 wins clear of the Nuggets in 3rd place. So it'll be a big win for them. Bardsley feeds Andrew. That's a lovely pass, but Andrew can't finish the 2 points, and Fortu's got the rebound. Now Freeman. Fortu gives it, gets it back. Now he's lost it, and Harris has got it. Bardsley settle it down for Harris, who does that quick 3 release, and he's fell beyond the 3-point line again. 2nd time in the quarter.
Well, that's one way to make sure he doesn't drain a 3 in your face. Just knock him down. Great job by Harris. Again, on that catch and shoot, he has that ability. It's like he's got springs in his shoes. The height that he gets above the defender, and it's just such a beautiful shot. Not much else you can do. He's got a hand in his face. Try to body him. Send him to the TAB. I guess that's one way to ensure he doesn't knock that 3 down.
Wow, Harris. This is a scoring clinic in the first half from him. He's missed a couple of free throws now, Michael Harris. You'd have to think his season's highest score is under threat here. Kaysen, I don't want to speak too early, but that right there is his 20th point in the first half. And his season's best so far is 33, and that was against the Saints back in early June.
Well, he has that ability. You've seen it on the fast break, you've seen it on the drive. When he gets going to that right-hand side, he's pretty unstoppable on the drive, and from about NBA range and beyond, he's also unstoppable. What do?
We'll just circle 33 and see if he can get up towards that figure. Now that's Wilson Frame with the 3-pointer. It's slightly to the left, and it's picked up by Harris, the player we were just talking about. And we've got a couple of big opportunities here for the Nuggets towards the end of the second quarter. Withers for the lead.
Whoa! And that's just Withers doing Withers things. He hasn't shot the ball that much this quarter, but when the ball is in his hands, you know it's going to be a good shot.
Big 3-pointer there for Todd Withers, his first of the game. Fortu, lovely pass to him. Oh, and it's a clean block from behind by Jack Andrew. And here comes Ty Webster. Can't get the little teardrop to fall, and it's picked up by Brantley. Still a couple of plays left in this second period. Brantley, Wilson Frame cut inside. Slight communication problem there. Brantley with the alley-oop, and Andrew clean blocks it again from behind.
2 massive blocks there for Jack Andrew, and then another big block from the Bulls team. Honestly, the defense from both of these squads is unbelievable. They're going toe-to-toe, head-to-head, and you can see it. The hands on the thighs, they're out of breath. They're working their tails off. And the score reflects that. It's 42-41.
Exactly. Timeout on the floor with 12 seconds to play in the second quarter. And the Nuggets, coach Brent Matahaere, is calling a timeout to sort out that last play.
So let's just talk about the free throw shooting percentages at the moment. The Bulls are currently 12 for 12 from the line, and the Nuggets 8 for 12. So they're shooting about 66%, whereas the Bulls are 100% from the free throw line.
That's an interesting stat, isn't it? Bulls are 13 from 31 in the game. That's 41%. And the Nuggets are shooting 41% as well.
I mean, they're pretty evenly matched, side by side. They both shoot about the same, or pardon me, score about the same, give up about the same points per game. on the rebounding side of things, the Bulls have a slight edge. They out-rebound the Nuggets by about 6. But again, it's going to come down to knocking down those free throws. As we can see here, they keep you in the game. Whereas if the Nuggets were 100%, they'd have a much greater lead.
Well, we apologise about that slight technical problem. Hopefully that will be the one and only one of this game. Official stats partner of this Cells NBL, remember, is the TAB. For all the latest Cells NBL odds and offers, head to the TAB's website, tab.co.nz, and get behind your team. So 11.9 seconds to play in the second quarter. Otago have that 1-point lead. And they have possession, and they now know what they want to achieve with that set play. And what's happening here?
Oh, Harris called the Sky City player timeout, thinking that the ball would relocate to the sideline. Now that's an advantage because we've seen a lot this season when the Sky City player timeout is called, they advance the ball, but the ball's already advanced, so the ball's going to stay under the hoop. And you'll see a lot of the plays, they're usually alley-oops with not much time left. But unfortunately for Michael Harris, he's got to stick with his original plan.
So Harris inbounds it, Webster. They want to give Harris a shot, don't they? In the end, it's gone inside to Timmins. Great pass!
Oh! In the and one for Todd Withers. And when those two connect, they are an unstoppable duo. Plus Harris, unstoppable trio, I should say. And you see that connection there. Heads up play by Sammy Timmins.
Love the composure and the execution of that. And of course, everyone assumes it's going to go to Harris because he's got over 20 points in the half, Kaysen as well. But in the end, he was pretty much used as a decoy, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's great. Great heads up play by the Nuggets.
So Withers with the 3-point play here. And he's going to secure it as well. He has 7 points in the game. And the Bulls have called their timeout. And they want to do to the Nuggets what they just have been the victims of. It's the player timeout only that they can call.
I love the introduction of the Sky City player timeout because most of the time it's successful. Now when it's not successful, you're a little bit gutted, but usually there's not any time left on the clock anyway.
Desant to inbound it. Oh, it's just a straight up big 3-pointer. It's just missed there by Wilson Frame. Put back is missed as well by Jamal Brantley. So it's going to be a 4-point advantage to the Otago Nuggets at the end of this first half in this crucial Cells NBL match between these two teams. It's Otago leading by 4, 45-41. Half-time here in Dunedin in the Cells NBL match between the Franklin Bulls and the Otago Nuggets. It's the home team, the Nuggets leading 45-41 at half-time. Hope you're enjoying the game, folks. Glenn Lamy here, Casey Buckman with me. And it's been an interesting game, and as we look at some stats here, with Harris, the leading scorer by some distance.
Yeah, he is lighting it up from everywhere on the floor. He's hard to stop, having himself a game. But again, Dan Fatu just being as solid as he has been these past few games. But other than that, besides those two, pretty evenly matched on the scorers.
It sure has, and there's been a lot of fouls, a lot of free throws going down, and interesting stat has the Bulls 12 from 12 from the line. Let's have a look at the rebounds, and it's Harrison leading the way there. I guess that's no surprise.
Not at all. That's just Harrison doing Harrison things, and that's been missed for this Bulls team. But again, evenly distributed amongst the other players. And Isaac Davidson, he's doing a great job shooting the ball, distributing the ball, and rebounding.
McCulloch and Davidson each have 3 assists, and you just re-emphasised the point there. Davidson's all-round game has been very good in the first half.
Yeah, he's so solid for the Bulls, and he has been this whole season, just lighting it up from the three-point line. And you hope to see a little bit more of that in the second half.
Yeah, Jack Andrew picked up a couple of blocks towards the end of that first half, both from behind as well.
Some timely blocks as well, and they prevented a couple of costly baskets.
And Harris to go with his 21 points, his 3 steals in the game too. He's having a great half, and just going back to his points at 21, we'll just keep an eye. His season's high, as I touched on, is 33, so he's got the chance in this game to eclipse that in the second half, which is not too far away, folks. It's Otago leading 45-41, and we're back with more very shortly. Thank you for staying. Otago Nuggets third in the league at the moment, behind the second placed Franklin Bulls by just one win. And at the moment, it is the Nuggets leading by 45-41. But this game's far from a done deal. Nuggets have been ahead as much as 6. Bulls' biggest lead is 4. So there is plenty of twists and turns to come in the second half of this one, Casey.
Yeah, absolutely. And just looking at the stat sheet, you see the Bulls are shooting the ball extremely well. I mean, perfectly from the free throw line. However, on offense, they've turned the ball over 8 times compared to the Nuggets, 0. So the Nuggets doing a fantastic job taking care of the ball and generating a lot of turnovers for the Bulls. Now, for the Bulls, they got to clean it up in the second half, and the Nuggets need to maintain that consistency on offense.
It's amazing, isn't it, when you look at those stats? No turnovers to the Nuggets. They also picked up 6 steals, and it's completely flipped around for the Bulls.
Yeah, it's a make or break of a game, honestly, but the fact that they are shooting extremely well from the free throw line is keeping them in this game.
Yeah, no, and if you actually analyse the stats, it's probably a credit to the Bulls that they're only 4 points behind after the first half.
Yeah, and I mean, they're out-rebounding them on offense 6-4, which isn't much, but those couple of offensive rebounds could lead to those extra points. Again, another thing. If you're going to be turning the ball over, you've got to be doing those 1% things extremely well to keep yourself in the game.
Well, that's where Tyrell Harrison comes in, and at the other end of the court too. 24 total rebounds for the Bulls, just 13 for the Nuggets. And that's where, even though Tyrell Harrison's only got 5 total rebounds, but it's just his presence there can be off-putting, can't it?
He's just a big man inside, and that's something that they've been missing. But again, his teammates have stepped up in his absence, and they're humming. They're playing extremely well, and having him coming back is a massive advantage at this stage in the season. And he's finding his footing a little bit, but he looks like he hasn't been out at all, to be honest.
Well, the Nuggets, though, despite the Bulls being competitive, they have the lead here at halftime. Brent Matahaide right down below on his squatting down, giving his last instructions to his side. 2-time NBL winning coach, of course, including last year. And the Nuggets came through with a wet sail to win the title. Really hit form towards the end of the season. No one was picking them really a few weeks out from the end of the championship.
But that's what you want. You want the underdog, right? To come in and swoop the title. Because that's, I mean, the Tuatara, they've just been dominating the competition at the moment. And to make it exciting, to make it fun, you want to see a little bit of a challenge to that #1 seed. But again, it's anybody's game.
Well, strap yourself in for the second half, folks. Don't forget, at 6 o'clock tonight, we've got that next game coming up, doubleheader here on Sunday between the Canterbury Rams and the Auckland Tuatara. That one will begin straight after the conclusion of this game. Nico McCulloch just having a chat there to one of the referees. So here we go with the second half. It's 41 for the Bulls, 45 for the Nuggets. It's going to be the Bulls with the first possession. Ricky McGill, who has 7 points in the game. 2 from 7 from the field, 5 free throws for him, 3 rebounds as well. He's having a good all-round game. Davidson, here's another one who's playing well. Oh, he's missed the layup. He'll be disappointed not to finish that one.
Yeah, he broke past the defense quite easily and then just couldn't get the finish. But a beautiful drive. He set that up for himself very well.
Webster with a fadeaway. Oh, he's buried it. That's a lovely shot from Ty Webster.
Yeah, just textbook Ty. Beautifully done. He has that ability to hit that turnaround jumper from anywhere. Great job.
Back to a 6-point lead for the Nuggets. Equal highest of the game for them. Now Dan Fortu. This lovely little finger roll from him.
He's got a little bit more size on Withers. Withers has got the athleticism to match, but it's a hard matchup against Dan Fortu.
He has 12 points now. Now Timmins is blocked by Harrison, and it's picked up by Brantley. And here come the Bulls again. Oh, Timmins back stealing it away again, and now Harris. Oh, Harris. That was too easy for him.
He set that up well. He did a beautiful little hesitation to make the defender think he was going to make that pass to Timmins, and then just blew by, got that nice finish to the right.
23 points for Harris, and now the Bulls have turned it over.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, against McGill, I think.
I think it was on Harrison, actually. It might have been a moving screen.
Yeah, Harrison, you're right. Number 24. So he picks up his foul, and luckily for him, it's just his first foul.
Yeah. And that's good on him for not doing any fouls in the first quarter, because they want that big presence inside.
With his tough 2 points there. 9 points for him. So the scoring is opening nicely here for the Otago Nuggets. They're on a 6-2 run to start this third quarter rather.
Yeah, absolutely. They're capitalizing on the turnovers at the moment.
Three-pointer is missed, and Harris picks up the rebound. And now the fast break here for McCulloch. Timmins gives it back to Harris. Lovely play.
Beautiful.
Not only Harris can score, Kaysen, but he can provide as well.
Absolutely, and they just have a great team chemistry between the two of them, and Todd Withers as well. They have carried the team most of the season, and with Timmins being out the last few games, and he's coming back in, it's just making his presence known, and he's moving the ball well, and that's something that he's really great at. He can distribute, he can shoot it, just an all-arounder. Biggest
lead of the game now for the Nuggets, 10 points, and they have come out of the blocks humming in the third quarter, 8-2, outscoring the Bulls so far. I love the variety of the attack too. It's not just Harris. I mean, we saw that lovely little hesitation on the fast break. We saw the little providing there for Timmins. His all-round game is very good.
Yeah, and he's just, the team is going through him at the moment, and he's making it happen on the defensive end. But on offense, he's been an absolute weapon.
Join the TAB, deposit $10 and get a free $50 bonus bet at tab.co.nz. T's and C's apply. Bet responsibly, folks. It's all humming nicely for the Otago Nuggets, but don't count the Bulls out. They've come back, maybe not from a 10-point deficit, but just thinking they were 6 points down and then they got 4 ahead, so they are capable of turning a 10-point deficit around.
You're absolutely right, and the Bulls have the ability to really tear and wear a defense down. As they grind it inside, they find the bigs in, and then they work up top with the on-ball screens, especially when Kelman Poto's on. He has that ability to set the double on-ball screen and really tire out the defense, or the offense, sorry.
Important that Bulls, I think, just settled things down here by scoring from this play, but the D is tough from the Nuggets. 4-2 trying to find a way past. Outside shot misses again, and it's picked up by the Nuggets.
Yeah, that was a really good closeout there by Ty Webster. Kept his balance, didn't draw the foul in the three-point ball, and the Bulls just unable to finish.
Harris, poor pass that time. Easily picked off there by McGill. And now this is better for the Bulls. They won't miss that one. Brantley helps himself to 2 points.
That looks a little bit better from the Bulls. And on defense, creating that turnover and capitalizing on that turnover, that's exactly what they need to do. Keep that defensive pressure on.
Well, that pass wasn't great at the other end of the court from the Nuggets. It's Webster. Back to Sam Timmins. Timmins looking for a way. He almost had eyes out the back of his head.
No look, backwards hook shot. Only Sammy Timmins could pull that off.
6 points for Timmins. Back to a 10-point game. Harrison trying to blow past a couple of players. He's a strong player and he's asking, come on, I was fouled as well.
I mean, both of those bigs, they are some of the strongest bigs I've seen, and they don't really have that much size, but they are just so physical underneath.
Oh, McGill almost pinched it. Got plenty of ball there. Must have got a fingernail on his opponent.
Just the tip.
Oh, McGill, a bit disappointed. Got picked there. He was looking for a second steal of the game.
Only his first foul, though, so he's pretty safe.
Yeah, first foul of the quarter. Second, rather, of the quarter, with the Bulls picking up both of them. Timmins back to Ty Webster, who's back out there. Come on, Porto back out there for the Bulls. Here's Harris, look out. Oh, he's well short that time, picked up by McCulloch. And there's the reverse. 2 points to Nico McCulloch.
Easy finish there, and you know, maybe Harris was passing that one. We'll just say that was a pass. Beautiful pass.
Harris 23 points. Marking Isaac Davidson up high at the moment. Nico McCulloch has 4. Wilson frame, short pass ball, bounce pass into Kelvin Porto. And he's picked up the foul there. He got himself into an awkward position there, Kelvin Porto, right under the hoop.
But to be fair, Dom Kelvin Porto is the dominator. He just dominates from underneath. When he gets that ball that low under the hoop, he usually finishes. He shoots the ball extremely well. I think he's shooting about 63% from the field. And when he likes getting that ball low, he doesn't want it too often up top, but get that ball underneath, and he has the craft, the ability to get that finish.
And he's a key player for the Bulls, isn't he, off the bench? Very important to have really solid contributors. Kelvin Porto falls into that category. Just as we talk him up, he misses the free throw.
That's the first miss from the TAB for the Bulls this game.
He's changing his hairstyle too, Kelvin Porto.
Every game.
Colourful, isn't he?
I love it. Love the variety.
He misses both free throws. Oh, Davidson. And now McGill's got an age to line that one up, and he would have wanted to do better there. And there's a mess there. It's going to be a jump ball.
And the Bulls not shooting the ball that well from the three-point line. Only 25% this game, compared to the Nuggets, who are shooting about 30%. So again, both teams not shooting the ball that great from the three-point line. But again, the Bulls, when you're open like that, you've got to shoot it. However, you want to go to your strengths. They're dominating inside. Keep pounding it inside. But again, if you're that wide open, you might as well let it fly.
Yeah, it's always a dilemma, isn't it? So it's going to be the Nuggets ball off the jump ball. And Webster will bring it forward. So a comfortable lead for the Nuggets. Just ease clear towards the end of the second quarter and move through in the third quarter. And that's why, with Ty Webster helping himself to 2 points, he has 11 in the game.
That was a great drive, and he used his body well, turned his back to the defender, switched the hands, and got the left-hand finish. Veteran play there from Ty Webster.
Kelvin Porto on Andrew. Kelvin Porto, yes. That was nicely done.
The dominator underneath. He loves that. And talk about using your body, using your size. He has that ability.
Webster. Ooh, foul by McGill or Kelvin Porto.
That'll be Kelvin Porto. He's just a little bit too aggressive. And that's what you want from your bigs. He was kind of shoving his man up so his teammate could get under the screen. But a little bit extra on the end got him the foul.
Second foul, or first foul rather, for Kelvin Porto in the game. Brantley's not out there. He has 3 fouls for the Bulls. No one has 3 for the Nuggets, though McCulloch, Timmins and Webster all have 2, and it's picked up by the Nuggets. Bardsley into Andrew. Kicks it out to Webster, who's going to settle it down with 12 on the shot clock. Webster is fouled, getting really tangled up there. That's his skill. He can lure loose arms and little hip checks.
Absolutely, you see this here. Great crossover. Draws the foul, sells it a little bit, but beautifully done. The Bulls on 3 team fouls this quarter. Still have a couple left to give. 4 minutes left in the game, four and a half, sorry.
There's still plenty of time for the Bulls to come back, but they're going to need stops. Andrew, and there is one stop. Davidson picks it up. Cleanly blocked off Andrew's shot. Walton setting a screen. Wilson frame back out there now for the Bulls. So 2 is Jaden Bazant. Davidson almost has stolen.
He does have it stolen.
Wow, they just couldn't get it clicking there at all, the Bulls. Webster. And there's another little reach and foul there, I think, on Ty Webster. Wilson frame, that one's going on.
That was just Brilliant defense by Ty Webster on the other end. He got his hand on the pass, was able to get that steal, and then on the other end to draw another foul in the lane.
Wilson Frame has 3 fouls now. And they're in the bonus too now. So Webster's going to the line with 4 minutes to play. That's a good chunk of time, isn't it? Being in the bonus. The TAB line is Ty Webster.
He's not too happy he missed that one. Now let's see if the Nuggets recognize and take advantage of this and see if they get the ball inside, continue to drive and find themselves at the TAB to try to improve their percentage, because it's not the flashiest percentage at the moment, only about 70%.
Yeah, it's frightening, isn't it, if they're a bit more efficient in that statistical category. Casey, that'd be well clear.
No, definitely.
Well clear now, 11. Still not beyond the realms of possibility. Still the biggest lead of the game, and that's been picked off. That's disappointing for the Bulls. Here comes Nico McCulloch, and he'll miss the layup. Freeman's picked up the rebound.
He just cannot catch a break, McCulloch. Unlucky for him tonight. He's really struggling to find the bottom of the net, but great drive. Unlucky on the finish again. Just left it well short, not high enough off the backboard.
2 layups missed there as Harris feeds Timmins, who smashed from behind, but it's a foul. In fact, no, it wasn't a foul. We had a player standing on the baseline.
Yeah, it was a great block, and then Bazant unfortunately had a foot on the line. Heads up play there by Harris, though, trying to get Sam Timmins involved a little bit more. He's had a bit of a quiet night, not able to score as much as he'd like, but again, first game back, he's got 6 on the board at the moment.
Oh, there goes Mike Harris again.
You have got to get a hand in his face. What's he on? Is he on 23, 26 now?
He's on 26. That was a sweet shot from Harris. 14-point game. It's all humming nicely now for the Nuggets, though they do concede the foul.
McCulloch just a little bit frustrated at the moment. Kind of a ticky-tack foul. You don't really, I mean, they've got fouls to give, but you have the momentum. You don't want to get that small foul that didn't really do anything. You know, just not the right time. But again, you can sense his frustration a little bit on the offensive end.
Lovely bounce pass. Oh, that's beautifully done and finished there by Wilson Frame. That was a gem of a basket by the Bulls.
Yeah, they needed that. They need to find their rhythm again, try to get a little bit more on offense, because they got a little bit quiet.
Timmins up high. Feeds it to Coleman, who smashed from behind by Fortu, but it's a foul. Oh, Fortu a little disappointed.
Definitely, that was a big-time block if the refs hadn't called it a foul, but look at Timmins here with a great pass. Oh, yeah, he definitely got his hand a little bit, and his headband.
He got everything.
He got everything.
So, we are seeing Coleman going to the line. He's not a great free throw shooter. He's only going at 36% this season. Hasn't scored in the game today, but a good young player coming through the system. Only 20 years of age.
Again, the Nuggets really struggling from the line tonight. Only 66%, 10 for 16. Make that 11 for 17 now. And still managing, because they're taking care of the ball, to maintain this lead.
13-point game still. And now Bazant slowing it down for the Bulls. Brantley, he's back out there on 3 fouls. Gives it to Wilson Frame, who buries the 3-pointer. That is much needed for the Bulls.
That is beautiful offense and basic offense. Get the ball inside, let the defense crash, and kick. And it was a beautiful shot.
Wilson Frame has 5. First 3-pointer of the game for him. Withers almost lost it with Brantley in there. Withers going for the 3-pointer. And it's picked up by Withers. Oh, a bit of showtime there. That was a tough basket to make, and in the end the Bulls have it. Bazant gives it to Wilson Frame. Back-to-back threes coming. No. And Timmins has got it.
Big-time board there by Timmins. Again, on the last play, Withers wanted to reward himself for chasing down his own shot, but just couldn't capitalize.
Coleman. Oh, that's messy. And it's gone on Ty Webster, that call.
That was great defense by Brantley. Taking that contact and drawing that foul against Ty Webster. As you see here, Robbie Coleman backing it in. And then, yep, just Brantley was in his cylinder, and Ty Webster just knocked him out of it.
Well, Brantley would look nervously at the referee, didn't he? Because he's on 3 fouls.
Yep. What do we have here?
Well,
is it a technical?
Yeah, someone must have said something. That could be the only thing we can assume from that one, Kaysen. Now the free throw's missed, but the Bulls will get the ball.
Still trying to find out who that technical might have been on.
We'll find out in just a moment. But in the end, the Bulls have got it. Bazant. Freeman kicks it out to Wilson Frame. 4-2. And now Bazant for the 3. And Timmins picks up the rebound.
And for those of you at home, it was a coach technical on the bench.
Yeah, Dan Sokolowski getting the technical foul, or rather Brent Matahari getting the technical foul. Here's Timmins. 4-2 in there, trying to mix it up.
That's the great thing about having Fotu. He's got that ability to guard the bigs, but he's also got that ability on the outside to guard the guards. He's just a versatile player.
There's Coach Matahari who got that technical foul. Ooh, call for steps there, Sam Timmins.
I think he got ahead of himself just a little bit.
It's been a very good quarter for the Nuggets. 19, that's been a really big thing, they've only let the ball score 13 points so far.
Yeah, they've only turned the ball over 3 times, and that's all been in this quarter. So
stolen beautifully by Bardsley. Here's Withers, and he lays it in for 2 for the Nuggets.
Beautiful little up and under there from Withers with the right hand finish on the left hand side.
Awesome play by Bardsley in the lead up as well. Now Bazant. He drives and rolls it in. That's a hard layup there. Good basket for Jaden Bazant. And now here's Harris. Haven't seen him get a basket for a while. Andrew crashed the boards really well there, didn't he? And in the end, it's Messi on the floor. Jump ball. I think that's going to be Bulls ball on the rotation.
Great hustle there by Andrew, though. It just... Again, beautiful job by the Bulls defense to get their hands in there and not let him get that ball. You see there, Freeman gets a hand on it, and then it's just a battle to the end. And the Bulls end up with the ball.
So just a couple of plays left now in this third quarter. Team 1 dominated by the Otago defense. Well, Bazant almost losing it. Clock still there, 10 seconds. Plenty of time here for the Bulls. Freeman, nice fake. Oh, blocked by Bardsley, I think that was. A much shorter player. And here come the Nuggets with the last shot of the quarter. Harris with the ball. Feeds it to McCulloch. It's an air ball. And that is going to do it for the third quarter, but it's still a good quarter for Otago. They lead by 4 at halftime. They now lead by 10. It's 66-56. Well, I hope you're enjoying this game, folks. The Cells NBL here from the Edgar Centre in Dunedin. Large cheese pizza, $25. Use that code DUNK, and that offer at Cells available until this Wednesday. 10-point game with the Nuggets leading the Bulls here in this huge game. The NBL Nuggets, if they win this, they'll draw level with the Bulls on the table. They both have 11 wins and 5 losses. And we're going to be having a grandstand finish to the season if that result pans out, because only the top 2, remember, they get the advantage in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want going into the playoffs. You want to get that advantage as much as you can.
Now Webster's just lost it straight out of court there.
It's unlike the Nuggets tonight. They haven't been turning the ball over much at all. 5 times in total, all of which came in the third quarter.
Can the Bulls take advantage? And Freeman's made a mess of that. No half-court violation as they end up getting all the space down the end of the court, and Wilson Frame lays it in for what ended up being 2 pretty easy points.
Hey, you know, that's what you'll take that, especially with the way the things are going for the Bulls at the moment. They'll take any easy baskets they can get.
Well, Webster lost it out of court, and now there's a whistle off the ball here. And I think the Bulls have been called for an off-the-ball foul.
On Brantley.
Yeah, Jamal Brantley, that's his 4th personal now.
It's just tough when you're guarding a guy like Sammy Timmons, who's obviously got size and power over him, and he just, you know, resorted to holding him, and the refs caught it.
So Brantley checks out. Here's Coach Dan Sokolovsky. He's keen. Of course, he was at the Breakers last season, one of the assistant coaches. Oh, that's lost again by McCulloch this time. Confusing stuff. Oh, Davidson, big 3-pointer coming here. He's short. Beautiful rebound by Wilson Frame. But Timmons tidies up. Wow, the Nuggets got away with one there.
They're getting away with quite a few at the moment. They've got to slow it down and try to take care of the ball. Some costly turnovers, but Michael Harris with the answer back, just doing what he's been doing the whole night, draining it in the face of the defenders.
29 points for Harris. He's shooting it over 60%. And his 3-point percentage is around 60 as well.
Unbelievable.
Great stats for him. There goes Freeman's 3-pointer. Oh, he buries it.
That's a great answer back for the Bulls. They haven't been hot from the 3, but that's exactly what they need right now. Now they're back within 8.
Big basket there for Matt Freeman. Now here's Harris again.
He just can't miss. He cannot miss. Get the ball in his hands. Let him go to work.
Well, he shoots 3s and then he drives to the hoop like that. What a performance from Harris. The Australian is just killing it in this game.
When he gets going to that right hand, he's unstoppable. He's got that power, that athleticism to elevate, to drive, to blow past the defenders. He got a quick first step. Just an all-around player, Michael Harris. And he nails that free throw to extend the lead back to 11.
32 points. He's now just 1 point behind his season's high score of 33. Here is Dan Fortu. Got to keep the ball out of his hands. Wilson Frame. Good D again by the Nuggets. Making it very tough. Creating a lot of indecision. It's 4-2. Did the shot clock violate? Yes, it was. Play on. Again, a big tick next to the Otago defense there. There's McCulloch. Oh, he's picked it up beautifully there, Nico McCulloch.
He will love to see that ball go in because he has been struggling from the field tonight. And that's when it happens like that for you. You've got to get underneath and get those easy finishes just like he did there. Well done by McCulloch.
Now the Bulls really starting to not really function as a team as Harris. Feeding Withers. Withers is just going to face up on the 3, and another loose ball rebound by McCulloch, who can't get the putback jump shot in.
Again, he's just struggling from the field. Take advantage of that offensive rebound. Try to get a set. Get the ball into the man who's hot from the field, which is Michael Harris, who's been called for a cheap little foul. But again, if you're the Nuggets right now, you've got to find a way to get the ball into Harris's hand. He's got the hot hand. Let him go to work. If he's not, then he'll find you. He knows he's got that ability to distribute the ball as well.
There he is, Mike Harris. Just a second personal foul. 32 points. 3 rebounds as well, 3 assists. He's having a final round game.
And Matt Bardsley back in the game, who had 2 massive defensive plays to end the third quarter. Let's see if he can carry it on.
Harrison trying to squeeze between defenders, doing what he does best. Yeah, Bardsley's been excellent off the bench.
Yeah, absolutely. His defensive prowess is just so great for this Nuggets team.
And now this is Tyrell Harrison. That's the advantage he has.
It was a beautiful finish by Harrison. Great drive.
He's been kept fairly quiet, really, on the offensive end in this game. Tyrell Harrison. Really, he'll be needing more output there, but he completes the 3-point play. So he has 11 points in the game. Just 2 players in double figures for the Bulls, he and Dan Fortu. The only 2. Fortu has 12 and Harrison 11. It's only just in the doubles. And here's Webster. It's high off the rim, but Andrew can't tip it to his teammate Bardsley. So here comes Bazant again. Really, the Bulls can't really afford many more misses. That's a beautiful fake there from Davidson, but he's in the end indecisive about driving it in.
Just a little bit hard on that pass there, but you see, oh, Todd Withers knocks down the 3. Again, Withers, he's so efficient from the field. He's not going to throw up a lot of shots, but when he does, it's going to be a good one. Beautiful shot by Withers.
Well, I touched on 2 players being in double figures for the Bulls. The Nuggets have 3. Of course, Harris on 32 points. There's Bazant with a 3-pointer. Buries that one.
Beautiful step back. He set that up extremely well. Ty Webster was on him, and he just got that step back, nailed it over him, got him off balance. Great shot.
Here's Harris. And it's taken by Davidson. So Harris, Webster, and Withers are the other 2 players from the Nuggets in double figures. It's a 10-point game again. Getting to the stage where they need to score just about from every play, and Webster's got tangled up there with Harrison.
Yeah, and that's a massive size disadvantage if you're Webster. That was a beautiful pass by, I believe it was Wilson Frame. Yep, he drove in to the left, recognized the mismatch, and just threw it up for him. When you've got a guy like that underneath, just kind of lob it up to him and let him go to work. Let him get that pass.
Webster, that's his 4th foul now. So decision here for Brent Matahaere. No need to keep him out there. Let's have a look. No, he's been benched now for the meantime. 10-point game. Maybe you keep him out there if you're down by 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Wilson Frame, that's nice, but he couldn't finish it.
That was a great box out by McCulloch. Able to keep the big man off the board.
And McCulloch comes forward now with Bardsley. Bardsley kicks it out to Withers. Oh, Withers, we talk about Harris being hot. How about Withers? That's his 3rd 3-pointer of the game.
In the same spot as well. That is his spot. Once he catches the ball on that right-hand side, that 3-pointer is going in.
And that's 3 from 5 from the beyond the arc for Withers in the game. 60%. And the Bulls have turned it over.
And that's a...
Off the ball foul there.
Yeah, I think that was maybe a hip check?
By Davidson.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Well, it's not going right for...
Tyrell Harrison called for the foul.
Okay, Harrison called for the foul. That's interesting. Off the ball it was. 3rd personal for him. Here's Harris. McCulloch. Nice little pass into Bardsley, who's as busy as ever. There's too many white jumpers there and arms everywhere, but the Nuggets keep the ball. It's one of those games for the Bulls.
Yeah, just all the missed passes and tips are going to the Nuggets, as you see there. Just unfortunate. They're getting the last touch on the ball. Again, great job by Bardsley. I mean, he was behind the basket. He had no business shooting that layup, but he got it up anyway. Able to get the ball back, fortunately for him. Again, if you are the Bulls right now, you have got to get a defensive stop and try to capitalize on the offensive end.
Don't forget about the start of the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa 2nd season coming. Starts July 12. All games live right here on the home of Hoops, Sky Sport. Also got to tell you too that together with NZ Safety Blackwoods, the Otago Nuggets are raising money at this game right here for Kids Can, which will include the uniform that the Nuggets are wearing being auctioned off. Kids Can partners with 1,100 schools and early childhood centres nationwide, providing food, clothes and health items so children can keep attending school and fully engage in class. On a daily basis, Kids Can feed 55,000 children every day, and you can help too by donating to kidscan.org.nz. Well, it's all ahead of the Bulls here. They trail by 13, just 4:40 left. It's been a basketball clinic by the Nuggets since late in the second quarter. They took a 4-point lead into half-time, extended it to 10 at three-quarter time. It's 13 currently, and they are really grinding the Bulls down. And Harris, beautifully jumped rebound there by Andrew, and the three-pointer from Withers again.
Withers again, he is on fire. Michael Harris had the hot hand the entire game, but down the stretch, Todd Withers has just been unbelievable from behind the arc.
What? Under 43% this season, but he's well above that in this game. Now Harrison. Bulls need 2 points from somewhere, and it's almost stolen by Mike Harris. And again, tipped out of court by Withers. They're working hard on the defensive end. Brent Matahari must be so proud of his players.
Honestly, win or lose, if your team plays unbelievable defense, you're super proud of them, and they have done exactly that tonight. And the likes of Jack Andrew, who's the leading shot blocker right now, I think he's got 3 or 4 on the game, and he's been active on the offensive end, getting those second chance opportunities for the Nuggets. And the Nuggets, again, shutting them down. The shot clock did not reset, and the Bulls turn it over again.
Yep, that's the second shot clock violation that we have seen in this quarter. And I say Brent Matahari must be so proud of his players. It's easy to kind of slacken off when you're 16 ahead, but they're working so hard right to the end of the game. Great attitude in this Nuggets team again in 2023. Just under 4 to play. Don't forget, at 6 o'clock tonight, folks, we've got the Rams to Atata match coming up straight away, and there's Withers again, and it had to happen, Kaysen. He had to miss.
Eventually, you got to miss some, but he made 3 in a row. That would have been a dagger to the heart of the Bulls if he made another.
Harrison, that's with authority.
Oh, and then unfortunate for McCulloch. He just can't catch a break this game. He stepped out of bounds, clearly out of bounds. Easy call there from the ref. But let's talk about that finish from Tyrell Harrison. From the free throw line, just absolutely flushed that ball.
Yeah, that was brute force. McCulloch getting frustrated with Wilson Frame. I don't blame him. Chris McCulloch back at the Nuggets. Wasn't here at the start of the season, of course. Just trying to crack it in a couple of other places. Still a young guy, though. He could kick on nicely. So we'll see. As we see Wilson Frame, very important here. The Bulls now score from pretty much every possession that they have at this end of the court, and they've got, oh my goodness.
Another offensive foul on the screen. And look, we recognize Tyrell's not been in most of the season due to injury, so he hasn't really been accustomed to the emphasis on the on-ball screen. So when you set that screen, you've got to stay in your cylinder. You cannot hip check. You cannot extend any part of your body. You have to stay completely still, as that has been a point of emphasis this season.
Ty Webster back out there now. He's on 4 fouls. Here's Harris. That turnaround jump shot for a 3 has been very effective for him all game, but he's missed it. Remember, he's just 1 point short of his season-high score.
I hope you didn't jinx him when you brought that up.
I probably did.
Great hustle there by Sammy Timmons to stay on that play. Fortunate he didn't get called for the tip out of bounds.
McCulloch. Oh, he can't catch a break again. It was in and out.
Oh, and that's going to be Ty Webster's 5th foul on the offensive rebound. Just a silly push in the back.
So he fouls out, Ty Webster, with 12 points for the Nuggets. Shooting at 44%, 66% from inside the arc. What else did he have here? 4 assists as well, 3 rebounds. Ty Webster's game is done.
It's so tempting, though, when that ball's in the air, it's so hard not to give him a little shove to try to get that offensive rebound. But at this stage in the game, when you're up that much, if you want to stay on the floor, you can't do silly fouls like that.
Beautiful rebound by Todd Withers. Got the selfie stick out there. And gobbled it up. Here's Nico McCulloch. Withers. Coleman was open, but it's been tipped out by Brantley.
Good defense there by the Bulls. Would have been a really nice pass from Withers to Coleman.
Plenty for Coach Sokolovsky to think about ahead of his team's next match. Still be hoping to see improvement towards the end of this game as Timmins gets his own rebound. Coleman in there, and it's been picked up finally for the Bulls by Davidson.
Strong defense there by Brantley against Sam Timmins. Brantley's on 4 fouls. On Danforth, who just cannot keep the handle.
Hard luck for 4-2. Here's 12 points for the Bulls. Leading the scorers for the Bulls is Harrison with 13. But now the clock is becoming the friend, big time, of the Nuggets. As Harris comes down court. Lost there by Timmins. And now Wilson frame. Davidson. And again, no space for the Bulls to seal it.
Great block there by Withers. It's a good drive, but even better defense. And on the other end, the Bulls are playing great defense as well, but just got to find a way to get some more points. Struggling a bit at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a really good performance, and there's another miss. 4-2. Wilson frame. Oh, he's lost it. McCulloch stealing it. Down court he comes for the home team. They're looking very comfortable inside the last 2 minutes now. So Harris, he'll drive here, and there it is, his top score for the season, 34 points.
You didn't jinx it.
Wonderful game for Mike Harris.
Again, he's so explosive off the drive. He's really hard to get in front of as Bazant chucks it up from 3, and I don't know if it's too late now, but it was a brilliant shot by Bazant.
He has 12 in the game. 13 to play. The Nuggets closing this out pretty well. There goes Withers. He misses that one, but now tips to McCulloch. Chance for them to use up another 14 seconds. If they want to. Coleman, and there's a foul. In fact, Coleman stood on the sideline, so it's going to be Bulls ball.
Unlucky, but great job by McCulloch. He knows his shot's not falling tonight. Doing a great job getting inside and then distributing the ball to the outside. But defensively, he's been incredible.
Yeah, he has. He's actually lured 5 fouls on him, which is the equal highest in his team. So even though he's only scored 6 points and only shooting the ball at 20%, Kaysen, defensively, he's still asking questions.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has those nights offensively, but you cannot let it affect your defense, which he hasn't. And he's done a great job generating lots of turnovers, and the Nuggets have done a great job capitalizing on those turnovers.
Grab your tickets for the NBL Finals Series coming up in Auckland at Trust Arena, Tamaki Makaurau. And that is not too far away. Just 18 days away, so less than 3 weeks to go before the big finale for 2023. Who's going to take it out? The Cells NBL Championship for 2023. Will this team right here, the Nuggets, win their 3rd championship this decade?
I would love to see that. I'm a bit of a Nuggets fan, not going to lie. I just love their team chemistry, love the way they play, and they never give up at any stage. It doesn't matter if they're down by 20. You saw it when they played the Rams, when the Webster brothers had their debut, and they just clawed their way back, and they got the win in the end. So it's a team that they hang around. You can't count them out.
Of course, this performance now looking pretty certain, isn't it, that Otago will win this game and win their 11th game this season from 16, and they'll join the Bulls in equal second with the Tuatara just ahead of them. Of course, the Tuatara about to tip off in 15 minutes against the Canterbury Rams. That game coming up live on Sky Sports straight after this one. 4-2 misses the three-pointer. Andrew has got the rebound for the Nuggets. Inside the last 60 seconds, a very polished performance, particularly in the second half by the team in gold. That's McCulloch with the ball. Shot clock down to 5, as you'd expect. The Nuggets in no hurry to put up the shot. And in the end, the Bulls do get the ball back. Brantley. There goes Bazan. Unlucky from the three-point line, and there's a foul in the scramble for the rebound.
We would have liked to see a little bit more of that from the Bulls. Yeah, their strength is on the inside, but when you need points, especially early in the fourth quarter, you've got to drive in and kick and take your chances on the three-point line. You know, you can't wait till the last minute to try to get those three balls flying. You got to start early and try to get a rhythm, as you see them attempting to do now. Michael Harrison proves his season's best by another point.
Withers getting a really good welcome to the bench after being substituted there. He's had a big game as well. Harris misses the second free throw. Withers sits down with 20 points on a shooting performance at 50% from the field. 5 rebounds as well. Pretty good all-round. Couple of steals to Todd Withers too.
It's just a standard for Todd Withers. He's going to get steals every single game. He plays so hard on both ends of the floor, and he gets rewarded for it. You know, he takes smart shots, timely shots, and he knocks them down.
And in this game, he scored just when the Nuggets needed it.
Absolutely.
Just to give them a slightly bit of breathing space or keep in touch. There's Wilson Frame's three-pointers missing as well. So this is the last play of the game. A very good win coming up here for the Nuggets. Bit of time on court there for Josh Aitchison as well. But it's going to be a 14-point win for the Nuggets. Harris not tempted to put up the last shot, Mike?
Nah.
He's okay, Mike Harris. He'll end with a season high score of 35 in this game. Easily the leading scorer in this contest. But a very good win for the Otago Nuggets. They've completed the double victory over the Franklin Bulls this season. And it won here in Dunedin today by 86-72. And let's confirm those top scorers in the game. Harris with 35, Withers are touched on with 20. Webster the only other player in double figures for the Nuggets, but it's really all about Harris.
It really is. I mean, he was unbelievably lights out the whole game, just consistent, both on offense and defense. And you see here, Timmons, he had a relatively quiet game on the scoring front, but obviously grabbing a ton of boards for the Nuggets. And again, McCulloch, he couldn't score the ball that well tonight, but he did well on the defensive end.
He did. All other aspects of his game was pretty solid. Ty Webster and McCulloch, 4 assists each. Bazant did well off the bench. And Andrew, good number of blocks there. 3's a good number.
Yeah, it's a great number. And there were 2 really phenomenal blocks, timely blocks. And steals, again, that was the story for the Otago Nuggets. They created a lot of turnovers for the Bulls.
11 steals there on that first page. That's a lot of steals, Bardsley in particular. And that's a cool sight right there with the crowd flooding the court and congratulating their team. Stand by for our double-header. Game 2 coming up in about 10 minutes. The Auckland Tuatara, the top team at the moment, playing the 4th place Canterbury Rams, who are back in action on Thursday away to the Southland Sharks. And the Nuggets victorious here, back in action next on Friday against the Nelson Giants at the Trafalgar Centre. So there we are, folks. Hope you enjoyed the game. It's all over with the Nuggets winning.